I didn't want to have to do this. I really didn't. In fact, I really wanted to like this game. I really did, but this game makes me angry for loads of reasons. And, you know, I wanted to believe that this game was great when it came out. I was excited for it. I was warned, don't get your hopes up. It's not going to be perfect, but, you know, I had hope. And I'm very disappointed in this game because it seems to have lowered a lot of my expectations. It seems to have, like... It's hard to explain. You know, when you got high hopes for something in it, and you build it up to be great, but then when it comes out, it's not great. It's the opposite. Well, I think I can sum this game up like that. I recently tried to complete my Crash Bandicoot collection and collect some of the games I didn't own, specifically the main series games, and so I bought Crash the Titans and Mind of Mutant. I know they're really bad games. Don't play these games, but like I played them, and when I was playing Crash the Titans, I noticed something that I hadn't noticed before. Like I played this game about 6 years ago. When I was in high school, I remember playing this, and I couldn't complete it, but my memories of it were very foggy. When I played Crash 4, I felt like I'd seen some things before, but I didn't know where. And after getting Titans again and playing through it, I can completely understand what those thoughts were now. Crash 4 is actually taking things from the Radical Entertainment games, claiming them as new, and hoping no one notices. And if you don't believe me, then let me show you a few things. Okay, so first of all, Crash 4 advertises a couple of new mechanics. There's a wall run, which is brand new, I will admit that is brand new. There's rope swinging, and there's slowing down time. There's also rail grinding. Now those three are the items I'm going to be looking at in this video. First of all, we'll talk about the rope swinging. So in Crash the Titans, there are quite a few moments where you need to platform across pits, and you can't platform over them because there's too big a gap. So there are conveniently placed ropes that are swinging across the level. Now, this is very noticeable in the level Temple of Boom. In this level, you may notice that there's rope swinging in this, and it plays out very similarly to the rope swinging that you've seen in Crash 4, which, may I remind you, is advertised as a new feature. A brand new mechanic, something new to Crash 4, never seen before, but it actually originated from Crash the Titans. Now, that annoys me because, I mean, it's only a small detail. It's a very, very small detail, but the fact that Crash 4 is advertising some things that are ideas from 13 years ago as brand new, it's actually kind of a big slam in the face to the developers of Titans. Now, I don't like Titans. It's not a very great game, but it's kind of mean. You know, these people worked hard on this game. Whether you like it or not, they worked hard on this. So to see their ideas used by a completely different developer 13 years later and claimed as brand new for the franchise is quite cruel, really. And the same goes for the rail grinding. Now, where did Crash of the Titans or Mind of Mutant use rail grinding? They never used it, right? Well, actually, they did. There's a feature in Crash the Titans where you can use Aku Aku as a shield, and if you press the shield button when you jump, you can do an air grind, which allows you to skate. A bit like Sonic in Sonic Adventure 2. But when Crash skates sometimes, he goes over a rope between platforms. And this happens more than once in the game. There's quite a few places in the game where you grind over a rope when doing the air grind with Aku Aku. And may I remind you, Crash Bandicoot 4 claims that it created the rail grind for Crash. Now, I remember when I saw the wall run and the rail grind and so on, I thought, hey, that's taking stuff from Sonic and claiming it's Crash, and everyone's calling it brand new. But no, now I'm cross because it's taking things from Crash of the Titans and calling it brand new. Because this rail grind has been seen in Crash Bandicoot before. And again, whether you like it or not, people worked hard on this game, and to see their ideas used 13 years later by a completely different developer who claims that their ideas are brand new, that's kind of cruel. It's not right. Now, the slowing down time power, if you've played Crash Mind of Mutant, which is a really terrible game, and I don't recommend it, but if you've played Mind of Mutant, then you may remember the Grimly Titan, which is introduced in the Mount Grimly hub area, or levels. And the Grimly has an ability where you can slow down time. I mean, I know a lot of video games use this mechanic, but Crash 4, one of its main features is one of the new quantum masks. There are 4 new quantum masks. One of these quantum masks is Kapunawa, the third one, and she slows down time to help you platform. Now, there was a bit in Mind of Mutant, in Mount Grimly, where I thought, I've seen this before. There were platforms that rotated, and you had to hop from one platform to another before they disappeared, and if you slow down time, it would be much easier. And there's also some bits where some rocks from the ceiling fall, and you have to platform over them. And they were the same sort of layout and the same design as the ones you see in Crash 4 in the ice levels, which if you've seen my review, I hate those ice levels. They are irritating. Now, Crash 4 uses the exact same rock formation sort of idea, the slowing down time to get over rock formations that are falling from a waterfall or falling from the ceiling. It's using the exact same idea, but just with ice. Slowing down time to platform over these rocks or ice, it's the same thing, and that really irritates me, because this game, again, is claiming ideas that don't belong to it, and saying they're brand new. You know, you could take it as a tribute, but, I mean, I found evidence to suggest that they are claiming this is brand new. So there's no forgiving them for this. This is not right. They are, again, I don't like the radical games. They are not radical. They're the opposite. But this is not fair. This is just mean. You shouldn't do this. I know I sound like a child saying, oh, this is mean, but this is really mean. You don't steal other people's ideas, you know? I've done it when I was younger, much younger. It's not nice. It haunts you. It's not nice. And the final thing I want to talk about is, this could just be a tribute. This is nothing they've claimed is new. This could just be a tribute, but I don't really notice it so much on Crash of the Titans, but it is in the DS version, which is a good game. Do play Crash of the Titans DS. It's a really good game. In Crash of the Titans DS, and also in Mind of Mutant, Crash's shoes have a red sort of paw footprint on them. You may notice this in the very first cutscene of Crash 4, when Crash is woken up by Aku Aku, he jumps in the air and you see his feet, you see the bottoms of his shoes. The bottom of Crash's shoes have these footprint marks on them, the exact same ones you see in Titans DS, and the exact same ones that you see in Mind of Mutant. In Mind of Mutant, you can get a power-up, which is the free jack, or the free kick, which is the same thing you see in Titans on the console, on home console, PS2. Crash gets a mask, a golden mask, which allows him to defeat an enemy instantly, and if it's a Titan, he can jack them just by hitting them once. It's a very useful thing, but it's a golden mask. Well, in Mind of Mutant, they changed it to a shoe, and this shoe has a paw print on it. This paw print is the exact same one you see in Crash 4. So this might just be a reference to Mind of Mutant and Crash of the Titans. This might just be a reference, but even so, I thought it was something I just wanted to mention. So this actually makes me kind of feel sorry for Radical Entertainment and for Titans and, you know, for Mind of Mutant, because as bad as these games are in the Crash universe, especially Mind of Mutant, they didn't do anything wrong to warrant having their ideas stolen by this brand new Xbox One game. It's not nice. The fact that Activision and Toys for Bob have claim these ideas as their own brand new Crash Bandicoot mechanics never introduced in the series before, and yet 12, 13 years ago they were used in another game and they're not even credited for it. It's kind of wrong. I remember watching loads of videos talking about all the references to other games, you know, even Twinsanity references. I remember playing through the game and finding the evil twins on a screen and seeing Crunch in the background and all that. That's really nice. They're referencing things, and everyone notices that, but no one notices these references to Titans and Mind of Mutant, and I just think that's wrong. I think these games need to be remembered, even if they're terrible. Like, I was severely... I knew what I was getting into when I bought this game. I was severely disappointed by Mind of Mutant. I finished it yesterday. It was pretty anticlimactic. And it wasn't great, but seeing this game, which I still had fun playing, seeing this game sort of have its ideas stolen by Crash 4 and no one even recognises it, it's just wrong. I'm not happy about this, and I feel like more people should be talking about this. And I wanted to like Crash 4, I really did. I was hyped for it, I was excited. Crash 4 was going to be brilliant, but I'm just kind of cross with it. I'm disappointed with it. It came out 2 months ago, and I haven't really returned to it since. I tried to play it to de-stress from a really, really stressful day, exhausting day, and I realised that was the complete opposite thing I should do. I used to say Crash N. Sane Trilogy, sorry. I used to say Crash N. Sane Trilogy was my angry game. I'd only play it when I had the room to get frustrated. I can pick up Crash N. Sane Trilogy now and play it. It's a piece of cake, it's easy. I've finished it 100% now, all of the games, and they're not too hard now, apart from Stormy Ascent, but they're pretty easy games now that I think about it. But Crash 4, it makes me so stressed. I can't even... I'm really disappointed in Crash 4, and I hope if they do make another game that carries on from it, that at least they try a bit more to put effort in, because Crash 4 was more about...
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
I don't really think I'm going to be picking up this game again. I hope if they make a sequel, at least it better be good. They don't need to make a game hard to make it good. Difficult game does not equal good game. So I hope they learnt that from this experience, and that they try harder to make an actually good Crash game. Oh, side note from that, actually, some of the designs and personalities of the characters are also ripped from the Titans and Mind of Mutant series of games, but I don't want to get into that because that might just be tributing as well. Either way, though, you may notice that the character designs are a little similar, and I think that was deliberate. It might not be. They are the most recent designs of the characters, besides the Insane versions. But anyway, that's just a little rant of mine about Crash 4 and why I'm disappointed in it. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Come on, Crash! We're gonna get Coca-Cola!